Hello, everyone. A few hours ago, it was reported that, Boko Haram terrorists ambushed Nigerian army convoy in Borno, abduct Brigadier General. And I had sat down and I was going to talk about it because the first thing that I was going to talk about was that now the Nigerian army the way they were able to protect the land, we saw it. I mean, a young officer standing up to a very unruly, uncouth minister. We all applauded it. Nigerians would also applaud, the Nigerian government if it also, in its own way, protect the Nigerian lives, protect territorial integrity of Nigeria. That's something that Nigerians would definitely love to see. And as I'm about to do the video, then there's another breaking news because in that ambush that was on, a brigadier general was abducted, soldiers were killed. And then now it is said that the brigadier general has come back, came back to camp on foot. It's just some of these things, you're just looking at them, you're thinking, are you really reading this thing or that? But anyway, let for us, even myself, to better understand this whole thing, let me start from this first story. It said Boko Haram terrorists, this according to Sahara reporters, ambushed Nigerian army convoy in Borno, abduct Brigadier General. However, the Nigerian army has yet to release an official statement on the attack or confirm the fate of the abducted officer. Terrorists suspected to be Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP fighters have ambushed a military convoy late Friday night, killing multiple soldiers and members of the Civilian Joint Task Force (CJTF) in northeastern Nigeria. The attackers, armed and highly organized, targeted the convoy in what appears to be a coordinated strike, leaving a trail of casualties and panic in the region. In an unprecedented development, the insurgents reportedly abducted a serving brigade commander along with other military personnel. If confirmed, this will mark the first time an extremist group in Nigeria has successfully captured a serving general directly from the front line. According to Home Angle, it's another media outfit. ISWAP fighters last night ambushed a Nigerian military convoy, killing several soldiers and members of the Civilian Joint Task Force. In an unprecedented escalation, the insurgents abducted a brigadier general. But let me go back to the one that is now also coming out and breaking. And this one says Brigadier General returns to army base on foot after Boko Haram ISWAP ambushed two soldiers, others killed. And this is another news report. It says the most alarming aspect of the incident, however, is the temporary disappearance of a brigade commander who was part of the operation. There's a need to actually look at that beyond just looking at, okay, temporary. It's not just news this you read. What really is going on? How many they captured you? How many, okay, you were able to come back on foot? Is it that you fought them? Why were you the one able to fight? The other soldiers were not able to. I don't know. These are just questions that are running through my head. A Nigerian army brigadier general narrowly escaped death after going missing for several hours during a deadly ambush by Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP fighters near Sabongari in Damboa local government area. How come the general was put in a place where he could be captured? No matter what you do, there's a reason why generals are protected. It's not as if, oh, as a general, you are the one in front of the because they are the ones who have more information, know what is happening, what is going to happen, have all the war plan in their head. The soldiers usually don't. All they do is they follow order. They are to go and be in this place, shoot so amount, shoot this way, and they go. But those brigadier general, and that's why you have to protect them extra. You must ensure that nothing is coming towards them where they're capturing them or whatever. This is something that is serious, that the military should give its attention the way he gave it attention to a piece of land. You understand? Because the military has the ultimate, role of protecting the territorial integrity of land. In actual fact, the job of a military is actually to protect land. It's protecting of land, securing land, and ensure nobody takes any land. Because as so they defeat you, they take your land, right? That's usually the job of the military. But now, instead of protecting lands belonging to generals, let them protect the land belonging to whole Nigeria. We'll press them. We'll press them more than we even citizens were supporting of a military officer standing up to a bully that wanted to bully him. And it says, meanwhile, the commanding officer later returned to his base on foot. It was gathered that the terrorists lying in wait along the convoy route opened fire on a mixed convoy of soldiers and civilian Joint Task Force CJTF members. However, the attack left 2 soldiers and 2 CJTF operatives dead. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's another's family's lives shattered. You now hear the news, oh, your loved one was part of it. And it's just crazy. Home Angle reports that a member of the JTF based in Zula, near the site of the attack, reported that the convoy was heading towards Bongri when it was ambushed. It was on the Biu Road. He said requesting anonymity for safety reasons. A security source was quoted as saying the convoy consisted of the military and members of the CJTF. A resident of Domboa, familiar with the convoy's movement, reported that it left the town around 2 p.m. comprising 2 Hilux vehicles, 2 armored personnel carriers, and several motorcycles. And the question also that for me I would like to ask is that why is a resident, being aware of the convoy and what it had and the number of people that were there? If this person will know that, another person, that means there's another resident somewhere that also knew this and could have passed it to terrorists. Why are we doing this operation as if we are mad people? We don't know what we are doing. A ragtag army is organizing and doing so much better than our military that is sophisticated. It has what it takes. It's the political way to end this war that we've not found, that we've not found the way we should find. Why is anybody knowing? You're a civilian, but you know all these details. How many other people know this, and how many other people have they spoken to about it? Have they passed the message to? The terrorists killed 2 soldiers and 2 CJTF. He said they also took away some motorcycles. Reinforcement later left Domboa 2 Hilux and 2 armored vehicles when the incident happened. They even know the reinforcement that left, how many were there, probably the people that were there, color of cloth they were wearing, shoe, how many water they carried, how many food. We need to question ourselves. The most alarming aspect of the incident, however, is the temporary disappearance of the brigade commander who was part of the operation. A senior CJTF member in Dabua who witnessed the convoy's departure confirmed the situation. We don't know where he is at the moment, but he responds to WhatsApp messages. Okay. The commander later returned on foot after being missing for several hours. It what is being described as a narrow escape from the attackers. This marks the first time since the launch of Nigeria's counter-insurgency campaign that a serving general directly involved on the front line has gone missing, even briefly, during an ambush. And I hope the military is doing everything to investigate it and see what is this about, what happened, and ensure that this never happens again. Going back to the report, it said the incident raises serious concerns about the growing sophistication of ISWAP attacks and increasing dangers faced by senior officers deployed to volatile regions. Damboa and its surrounding communities have been hit by repeated insurgent attacks in recent months, including assaults on patrol teams, ambushes on rural roads, and raids on farming settlements. Residents say the latest attack highlights a persistent insecurity along major routes despite years of military presence. And that's the thing. It's not just to just put military on the road, because the military that is on the road, do you know who is coming to ambush? You don't know. Because the person that wants to kill you is more clever than you. You don't know the person is fan. If they say they will tell you, oh, we are coming, of course, that they can't do it. You don't know. You're just sitting down, you're watching road, the next thing, people coming and they attack you and all of that. And the next, we have a national security advisor, Nuhu Ribado, going around saying that insurgency has been defeated, people can travel on the road, blah, 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 blah. A lot of propaganda rather than actually doing the things that need to be done. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.